Here's how to analyze cryptocurrency. What do you see in this chart? If you want to trade and make money on crypto, you gotta read charts, understand technical analysis. So what do you see right now? What is the next move the price will make? And where would you enter in any of these positions? Where would you like to go long and where would you like to go short? Well, let me show you a simple strategy that you can apply so you can begin to make money on crypto. Let me show you this. Here I wrote a line where it indicates a breaker. Right now we have an uptrend, as you can see. And during the uptrend, prices will continue breaking, making new highs like this. One high, another high, another high, another high. So the moment we break a high like this candle goes above this high, above this high, which means a new high is created right here. And a breaker is formed. A breaker, as you can see here, is a structure where the last up candle, it's rejected and it comes back to the price where it rejected. So price goes up, goes above this level, and then comes back, and here is where you enter right there on this black candle at the moment it touches. So you will place an entry to go long. Now the stop loss, well, that depends on you. You can do a 1-to-1, or you can set it to another breaker right here. There's another breaker here. Expecting price to not reach that because it already reached one and it's very bullish. So you can go to 1 or 2-to-1, meaning you make double the profit compared to the risk. Or, well, that's up to you. But usually you try to go for at least a 2-to-1. Then price continues again and it breaks with a massive candle. This one, it indicates a massive momentum being created. And again, another breaker. When that breaker is formed, we go long, right exactly where the previous high was. And you can set the stop loss below this low because price is respecting lows and breaking highs. That's exactly what's going on. And the target could be the previous low high, which is this one, for a nice 3.7. And again, price breaks this previous high and it creates a breaker right here. You will go long. Maybe you can set up your stop loss right there, and you can go for a 2-to-1 or more. So this is a very simple strategy on how to analyze cryptocurrencies and how to make money trading crypto by using a trend following breaker strategy. Now, what is price going to do next? Well, we are still in an uptrend, and I will tell you when the trend is broken. So we will continue. Again, you see a new breaker here. And the price is expected to go here. And you can set it up again to the previous breaker, which is about here. That is the stop loss. And that's the take profit. Now, price is expected to go there. But when will the trend stop? The trend will stop when a candle goes below this level and body closes. This is the body of the candle. These are the wicks. So when a candle comes here and it closes, body closes below this level, that means we are entering a bearish zone, a bearish momentum right there. And this, as you can see, it would create a breaker right there. Imagine price going up and down, and then suddenly it goes down here below this low and it creates a breaker. Now you would expect the price to come back. You would set up a short position, setting up stop loss and a take profit as we've seen before with a 1-to-1 or something more specific like a low. So that's a very simple strategy using breakers. In fact, this strategy got me funded for a cryptocurrency, for a trading account, for having capital to trade with someone else's money. by using breakers. Now this strategy can be applied many times, but it's not perfect, of course, because see here there's a bearish breaker, and when price comes here it doesn't reject and go further below it. In fact, price continues up. Why is that? Well, because here, as you can see, there's a low. This could be considered a target. So when the price takes that low, from that moment the price is taken, price starts to consolidate, move in a range, which tells us that price is very likely ending the bearish momentum. It's changing directions, and in order to change directions there is time required. This is a daily chart, meaning every single one of these candles it's a day. So when this low is taken, a significant low, and you begin to see the price ranging up and down in a very small range, that means, like I said, price is about to break from this trend, the bearish trend, the one where price goes down. So that means that you can expect price to reverse soon, which is exactly what happened. Price moved, stopped the people here, and eventually it broke down to the upside. And when it did, it created many entries to follow the strategy and follow the trend that we had before. So what you've learned so far is: 1, use breakers. That's how you trade. 2, follow the trend. 3, trends break after a major objective is taken and price is ranging. So when those things are in place, you can trade and analyze cryptocurrency the proper way. So for example, let me go to the BTC chart, to the daily chart, and take a look at some previous data. Right here you can see this is a breaker. Price broke above this level. In fact, it could be considered a double breaker because it broke this level and this level. When it did, it came back and it took this high right there. That will be the entry. This is the same strategy using breakers. You target the previous high, you set the stop loss at the previous low, and you execute the trade right at the breaker. You need to set up the trade before it happens, of course. Now in this case, price was a bit more aggressive. It stopped people out. If you didn't take profits here, like I said, you would have lost that position because, as you can see, it went below it. But this move right here, right there, this thing here, the only reason this is here is to stop people out, to stop people from entering along. This is a stop hunt. You will see many times, and it shouldn't be there because we are in an uptrend, but it's there and it's meant to stop people out, to stop them from making profits. Now another breaker here, this high is taken, and it takes a while to come back to this level, but when it does, the breaker is created and respected. You can set it to the low and target the previous high, and it worked perfectly. In this case, we have a 4-to-4 ratio, which means if you put $100, you would have made $440. If you put $1 million, you would have made $4 million if you risk that money. And again, it came back again, and these levels sometimes are respected multiple times. It's it's a matter of patience. This breaker is being activated twice, so you can apply it many times. But yeah, here, if you take a look at this chart, what do you see in this area? This area, you can see here a breaker. Price goes below the previous low or lows, and here is the breaker area. All of this is the breaker area. The previous low or high, in this case high, and the breaker candle, which is this one. So when this candle is formated, you set up as a short position, and you may target this low or maybe this low, or go for a 1-to-1, which is a much a higher win ratio strategy. Again, here there's a breaker form, but this breaker is different because you see it touches here the breaker, but the reaction is super weak. It doesn't continue. That's why you gotta be careful, because this strategy may work sometimes and others it's not very effective. So remember, the 3 main points is use breakers. You now understand how they work. You can trade, you can make money from this. You can just backtest it and repeat it many times over, because it's very effective. You gotta realize also that sometimes it will fail, and you gotta understand why it is failing, and most times it's related to the fact that we are continuing the trend. If you step back, you will see that the trend is being continued, or we are, well, stopping people with a stop hunt like you see in here, or we are just price is about to reverse. And you've also learned how price reverses, and usually it is by taking a low and then ranging. When a low or a high is taken and then price starts ranging in a small area, that means it is exhausting all of the longs or shorts, or basically extracting money from the market before a move happens. So usually price moves, then it starts moving around. It may continue up or may stop down, but that's how markets move, in short. Hope this has been helpful, and let me know if you want to learn more about crypto trading.